Staffing shortages, budget crunches, low morale. It's a lament we're hearing from law enforcement agencies all around our region, except for one.
Fox 13's Frankie Thompson tells us about a local police department that is bucking the trend. Frankie.
David, Jamie, when Paula Schwan became interim chief of the Issaquah Police Department in November, she made it her mission to ramp up staffing from critically low levels. From day one, she decided not to cut any corners when it came to recruiting, hiring, and retaining the best for the badge.
Happy good.
We're doing things that aren't how they've always been done.
Old Town in Issaquah.
And I think that's the biggest piece. We're trying to think outside the box within the parameters and the guidelines that we really still need to be safe.
To achieve new recruiting and hiring goals, Issaquah Police Interim Chief Paula Schwan pulled her two secret weapons out of retirement as temporary commanders. Former King County Sheriff's Office Sergeant Diana Neff and former Woodinville Police Chief Katie Larson.
We need to be forward thinking, and we need to be creative and willing to accept that sometimes changes have to be made, and they're necessary.
All three have a combined 96 years of experience in law enforcement and ideas. Together, they've hired 16 people in 4 months, including filling positions in the on-site corrections facility and bringing the communications center back to full staff.
We have not skipped any steps, so that's a big thing that needs to be known. Everybody goes through the exact process, release of information. We still have to do a polygraph. You have to do a chief's interview. You have to do the psychological. You have to do a medical. You have to do every single part of the steps.
Schwan says she doesn't want to reveal too much about their recruiting and hiring process since all agencies are competing for the best candidates. But Neff says the interim chief has been a big part of getting people to sign on.
But I think the difference was the way Chief Schwan was conducting her interviews with the candidates. Her ability to communicate with these people, to go, this is where you want to be. And if you want to be here, we'll work hard to get you here. And so we don't waste any time. We do not want to lose anybody to any other agency.
Retention and offering incentives to current staff has also been key in their growth of the department.
There's this whole other piece in law enforcement that I don't think we've paid enough attention to, and that's retention and mentoring. Getting everybody the best training, making sure that we're consistent in our policies and procedures.
They aren't reinventing the wheel to bring more people to the force in Issaquah, but Schwan says what they are doing will help lower the amount of overtime of current staff.
Typically, they're supposed to get 4 days off in a row, and most of them are either getting 3, sometimes only 2. And so now this will give a reprieve to where they won't have to do that anymore, and so they see light at the end of the tunnel.
Of all the 16 new hires, about half of them are entry-level and lateral-level officers. The team is still looking to hire more patrol officers and other positions in the department. Like so many other agencies, Schwan says they are offering signing bonuses and using media platforms to help recruit. Reporting live in Issaquah, Frankie Thompson, Fox 13 News.